In 1941, Missourians considered the A.P. Green Mansion in Mexico the finest home in the state.
65 years later, it is still impressive, but in tonight's Sarah story, KOMU Sarah Hill tells us so too are the people who live there.
From the 1928 grand piano to built-in bathroom scales.
You're the second woman to ever step on a scale in this house.
99? It says 99. To the 65-year-old draperies indicative of your net worth.
The length of the drapery that lays on the floor is proportionate to your net worth, so he would have been worth about $10 million at the time the house was built.
Alan P. Green made a fortune off his fire brick company in Mexico and built this house in 1941.
It was built by the man that had so much to do with employment and history of the town.
Churchill was supposed to come and with Truman to stay overnight in the house. And very long story short, it didn't happen.
Bobbie and Mel Muskopf bought this 6-bedroom, 9-bathroom house 4 years ago. They've given countless tours of their home, but on this day, ours was special for something we didn't predict. The mansion's history is amazing, but so too is the couple's connection to it. More than 40 years ago, Bobbie and Mel interviewed to be the mansion's caretakers. In exchange for caring for the home, they'd get to live there rent-free. It was a dream come true for a young couple, but after 2 interviews...
Long story short, we didn't get the job.
When we didn't get the job, I promptly forgot about it, but Bobbie didn't. And it's been her dream house ever since.
This is the glass that we got when we were interviewed.
Bobbie tucked this glass away in her hope chest for 42 years.
The disappointment was there.
Along with dashed hopes to live in this mansion.
When it came up for sale, we found out about it and came just to see it.
Told me it was for sale on a little tiny ad about this big.
No, the Muskopfs didn't get the job as caretakers, but after 42 years of career success, they bought the place.
This is a 42-year memory come true. He laughs at me because every time we drive up to the front, I'll say, I really don't believe that's ours. And he just grunts.
Visitors to the now Muskopf Mansion marvel at the dining room table that seats 18, the hand-painted silk wallpaper, and the old-time elevator. But that's not what made our tour special. At the age of 72, Bobbie Muskopf passed away suddenly, just weeks after this interview. Our tour was her last.
Her dream house ever since.
On a Sunday afternoon, a crowd gathered at the Muskopf Mansion to celebrate Bobbie's life and raise their glass one last time. It was a fitting location, proving what starts in your hope chest can really end in a dream come true. With videographer Scott Schaefer, that's a Sarah story.
Amazing story. In her interview, Bobbie Muskopf told us she loved the people of Mexico for their welcoming spirit and generous heart.